Hey, I'm Alex Reed and welcome to this Ghost tutorial. This is episode 1 of a series that will cover everything that this synth has to offer. Today may be the simplest episode. We are going to look at the FM matrix. Don't worry about wavetables, modulators and effects. We will just concentrate on the main feature. Now, as you can see on this diagonal, we have all the oscillators of this synth. These little arrows pointing right are actually the outputs of each oscillator. So right now we are sending 71% of the output of oscillator A. If we want to send also oscillator C, we just have to click and drag upwards. So just with that, you already have a 6 oscillator sound. Now, maybe you know this, but just a reminder, FM stands for frequency modulation. These synthesizers actually modulate the phase of an oscillator. If you see it on an oscilloscope, the oscillator is going to do something like this. If you go faster, you go to audio rate, you get the unique timbre of FM. With that in mind, by using all of the other points that you see on the FM matrix, we can start sending the amount of phase modulation from one oscillator to the other. So again, we just have the output of oscillator A, and maybe I want oscillator B to modulate the phase of oscillator A. We are basically sending the level of oscillator B to the phase modulation of oscillator A. That makes oscillator B a modulator and oscillator A a carrier. Now, thanks to this FM matrix, we actually have all the possible combinations of sending and receiving FM. For instance, maybe now I want to apply FM to oscillator B, which is applying FM to oscillator A, but now with oscillator C. We just increase the level right here. And maybe I want oscillator D to skip all of that and modulate on itself oscillator A. Now, if I want to use oscillator A to actually modulate B, C, D, E, and F, I can route that now on the top part of this FM matrix. That makes this a very intuitive way of thinking about programming FM. So another example, maybe I want to listen to oscillator F and to oscillator B, but I want oscillator C to modulate oscillator B and oscillator A to modulate oscillator F. So I just have to increase the output level here at the bottom and then increase the value right here below C and besides B, and then the value above A and in the same line of F. Now, I know that this is just the first episode, but only to show you how you can go even further. All of these different values can be modulated. So if we, for instance, use an envelope to control the FM amount of different oscillators, we can actually create something like those classic DX7 kind of keys. That's basically it about the FM matrix. On the next episode, we are going to actually check out the wavetable engine because it has a lot to offer and makes all of this FM thing even more complex and fun to use.